Welcome back. This is part 3 of the series I've been talking about, where we're looking at the thoughts in our head and the effects that they have on our behavior and our actions. First part, I talked about the need to recognize the thoughts that we have every single day, and I asked you to pay attention to maybe the one that's kind of bugging you the most. In part 2, we talked about the need to replace that thought with the truth of God's word. And we shared different scriptures, and I shared the example of how Jesus was tempted in the desert and how he resisted the enemy by replacing what he was saying with what the truth of God's word was saying. Today, I would like to talk about the need to resist. I believe that when we have those thoughts in our head and we start recognizing that we're having a battle and we start replacing it with God's word, we need to then carry that through by resisting. And resisting, I think, has 2 parts. It is one, believing, truly believing that God's word is true, right? That's an action that we need to take. And 2, it involves us doing something different. I like to call it the 3 R's of resisting. It can be removing, reaching out, or relocating, right? So when we think about this in context of what the Bible tells us, it says that the enemy is going to come after us. And there's a couple scriptures I've included below here to kind of pinpoint that for you. He wants to make us feel bad about ourselves. He wants to carry us away from peace and joy and hope that we can have in a life of Jesus Christ. He wants to destroy us, right? That's his job. Our job is to trust God and let him do the rest. That's it. So when we talk about resisting, we're talking about believing and taking an action step. In the case of most of us, for example, maybe you struggle with body image issues. I know I do, and we've talked about that a couple times already on this blog. So when I get ready in the morning and I start hearing those voices in my head, well, that won't look good on you, or that's ugly, or you can't fit into that, or if you'd only worked out more and you would have been able to wear that, no problem. You know, those ugly thoughts that come into your brain, I can stop and say, listen, I'm not going to listen to those things. I want to trust God, and he says that I'm beautiful. He says that he sent his son to die for me because I was that important to him. That's more important than any fashion outfit out there. Okay, I can make that thought process. But if I stay in my closet and I keep looking at my clothes and I keep getting frustrated, that battle is almost outweighed by that activity. And so I've learned to stop when I have those thoughts, replace it with the truth, find something that I just want to throw on and feel comfortable in or whatever. And I know some of you have suits you got to wear to work and it's hard, and I'm not trying to make light of that. But sometimes we need to give ourselves a break and put on something that we just kind of say, okay, it's appropriate for work and I'm going to be all right today. And then I leave my closet. I relocate. I get away from the things that are causing me troubles. Or when I'm really stressed out and upset or unhappy, I self-soothe with food. I need to leave my house. I relocate, right? Or I take out and remove the food and don't ever buy it that might trigger me to overeat. And this is just one example, right? So this is how we can talk about not just replacing it with the truth, but also removing or relocating or reaching out. That third part, reaching out, comes when we call a friend, we text somebody, hey, I'm struggling with this particular issue, can you pray for me? And putting that out there gives us an opportunity to kind of let it go. It's like a physical release of what it is we're struggling with. And you may need to do a couple of these together. I don't know. But I do know that when I do this, I am much better off. I feel much better. I am happier, and I feel like I have conquered something, and that gives me hope for the next time. I want to encourage you that the thoughts in our head are really important to pay attention to, but that we can choose to stop believing everything we think. We really can, and that we have an opportunity to battle against those thoughts that are coming at us. I hope that this series has been a great help to you. If this topic is something you'd like to learn more about, I am going to be giving a workshop at Carvershire Christian Church's Daybreak Women's Conference this September on this very topic. We'll have about 45 minutes together where I can share a little bit more, and we can talk possibly one-on-one or as a group about how to take on this battle and how to defeat the thoughts in our head and how to really, really choose to stop believing everything we think. All the information is down below this video, but I want to leave you with this. You have been given the divine power to break through all of this. You can trust God. He will carry you through. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.